Dutille with another throwdown. Ariel with a three, yes! Ariel Ward knocks it down at the buzzer!
Shot on net, in for Alyssa Balboni! East Longmeadow is your Western Mass champions!
Intercepts the pass. And throws it down!
The Russian quarterback is going to be intercepted all the way for an East Longmeadow touchdown. Hyland kick into the goal.
Welcome to another edition of In the Studio. I'm your host, Tom Cronin, and tonight I am joined by two current East Longmeadow varsity soccer players, senior Victoria Dutille and junior Alyssa Hyland. Ladies, thank you very much for being here tonight.
Yeah, thanks for having us, Tom.
All right, Victoria, let's start with you. Let's go back all the way back to your freshman year. In 2010, it was Jenny Mauer's first year here at East Longmeadow. She was a standout at East Longmeadow and also at BC. What was going through your head as you were one of 5 freshmen to get pulled up on the varsity level?
I was really excited. I had been to Jenny's games when she played for Mutiny and looked up to her when I was a kid playing soccer. So it was really cool to be coached by her, and I was obviously very excited to be on varsity.
Did it help that she was a former East Longmeadow player and she kind of had roots to this high school?
Yeah, she was really gung-ho from the beginning. She was really hard on us her first year. We had never been coached like that. She had a lot of fitness worked in. We really improved technically, and we had a great first year.
Did you have any technique? You said drills and stuff like that. Did she bring anything from BC to East Longmeadow?
Not that she told us specifically, oh, this was what we did at BC, but she definitely had her own type of drills and her own fitness testing that definitely would make us prepared for the season.
And you guys finished 9 wins, 7 losses, and 3 ties. You guys lost to Pittsfield 2-1. Can you explain that game to me?
Yeah, that was a really tough game. It was over at Pittsfield, so we drove all the way to Pittsfield. Their field is grass, and it was just a really tough, hard-fought game. Both teams, it got pushy, and Alyssa Balboni had a great shot, it was just really heartfelt. When we lost, everyone was crying, and I just couldn't believe the season was over so soon. It was my first season, so we had a lot of talent, and with captains Amy Weiss and Meg Kelly and Alyssa Balboni, and it was sad to see it end so soon.
What was it like playing with those girls who were the captains as a freshman? Did they help you and shape you? Because now you are a captain. How have they helped you over the years? Yeah,
they definitely helped me a lot. It's weird, but we were actually really good friends. Like Amy would drive me everywhere, and it's weird for seniors and freshmen to be friends like that, but the whole team was really close, and we looked up to them and we modeled after them. And they were really great role models. So they were hard on us, but we also had a lot of good times. So I definitely try to model myself after them this year as captain.
And Alyssa, in 2011, you walk into East Longmeadow as a freshman, and you get pulled up to the varsity level under Jenny Mauer. What was that like?
It was really exciting. I didn't know what to expect because all the girls were talking like how hard their year was the previous year, her first year. So I was going into expecting like a lot of fitness and having to do so much, but it really wasn't as hard as I thought it would be, but it was a good experience.
And Alyssa Balboni and Sarah Walzak were some of your captains your freshman year. How did they help you?
They helped me a lot. Being the only freshman, it was like you didn't really know what to expect because you had no one else there who was new with you, but they brought me into the team and made me feel like one of them right away, so it was nice.
Victoria, you guys were the top seed in Western Mass. What were the fun parts of that season in 2011?
There was so many. We were so close as a team. We were all best friends. I don't think I saw anyone else that year or that season, even during school. We were texting all the time, but we had lots of team bonding, and the fun part was we were thought of as being the top seed, so we were kind of cocky and, flaunted it a little bit, but who wouldn't? We had some fun practices where we would do like Fupa Thursday, which is we would wear our pants up to our up high on our waists and just practice, warm up in that, and just have a lot of fun, a lot of laughs. But we worked hard too when the time came, and we just really meshed as a team. And I think that was what took us so far. We would string combinations and passes together, and it would just be like boom, 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 score. And we had the talent to do that. So that was a lot of fun. The playing was a lot of fun.
Alyssa, Victoria touches on that you guys were kind of cocky, but you guys also had a lot of chemistry. Even though you guys had a lot of talent, was the chemistry more important to that team?
Yeah, it was. We were so close. Like, I think it brought out like all the best in us. So we were able to use our talent for good, and it allowed us to go far in the season. Like, we would have pasta parties every night before a game, and everyone would go to them, and we would stay late with each other, like just hanging out, and then it would make us be pretty much a family on the field. So we got to play, and we would all mix and just play together.
Yeah. I think the year before we had a lot of talent as well, but we lacked a little bit of that chemistry, and I think that's what kind of hindered us from going as far as we could have.
So you're saying with the lack of chemistry, that's why you guys had an early exit to Pittsfield in 2010?
Well, one of the reasons. I mean,
other than talent, maybe the Pittsfield had, or?
Yeah, it was just a hard game, and anyone could have won that game, but it was we definitely had a lot of chemistry. Alyssa's freshman year, my sophomore year.
In your first game, your sophomore year in the playoffs, you guys beat Westfield 5-0. What were your favorite parts of that game?
Just like the feeling of accomplishment. Like we are living up to that standard we had set for ourselves, and that we had other people say, "Oh, you're the best," and so we proved kind of that we were the best.
And then in the semis, Alyssa, you guys beat Agawam 3-0. Can you describe that game to me? And you're still a freshman, so you're having a very successful freshman season.
Yeah, that was a really cold game. That was one of the cold games, but it was exciting. Like, you had people who doubted you because of previous seasons, and people who doubted you because they wanted to, and winning it was just proving them wrong, so it felt good.
And can you just describe to me the Chaw game? One of the big rivals here. You guys go into overtime, 1-1. You guys win on shootouts. I believe it was Alyssa Balboni who scored the winning penalty kick. Alyssa, what were the emotions in that game?
There were so many. There was like happy and ecstatic. We all like cried, I think, but it was just all tears of joy. And I don't know, I just remember after the goal, we all just ran and tackled each other. Like, we tackled Ann, and we all were on the ground just crying, so happy.
Yeah.
Screaming.
And Victoria, your thoughts on the Minnesota game?
Yeah, when Alyssa scored the goal, it was just kind of brought everything home, because she had been the captain her junior year. Her senior year, she really was the heart of our team. And when she finished that goal, it was just a surreal moment. And I couldn't believe we won. That game was really special, because even in the beginning of the game, they played Party in the USA, and we all started dancing,
yeah.
And the Minnetonka team got really mad at us. But
it wasn't easy.
Yeah.
It really wasn't. Like, we went into that game, I think, thinking we had them beat because of during the season games, but they worked hard, and we just worked harder and got it.
Is Alyssa Balboni really the key to success these past few years? You guys speak very highly of her. What did she do for this team with Jenny Maurer to get you guys successful in those years?
Well, I think we can be successful without her because of how she taught us to be successful and to be leaders. She was really the leader of our team, and she pushed us when we needed it. She carried us when we weren't up to par. She would get on us like really hard. We just knew that we had to do our best for her, for the team, because we knew that she would do that for us, for any one of us. I would trust her with my life. I would trust any of our team with my life. And she was just a great player, a great role model.
I remember our second game of my freshman year, we played Ludlow, and then senior night we played Ludlow, and both times we ended up being down 2-0, and she made sure to get everyone who was on the field together and talk to them, like, we need to push. I wasn't in the circle, but I know she was just saying, like, you need to push yourselves, like, it's not over, we got it, and we ended up coming back the second game 2-2, and then senior night winning 6-2.
So this team over the years has been very resilient, you could say, in down moments when you guys are losing. You guys don't feel like you're out of it at all?
Yeah, I feel like we can rely on each other. Like there's 11 players on the field, and if one player is not playing her best or is having an off game, there's 10 more, and then there's all the players on the bench and Jenny and Andy, our assistant coach, who will carry you and bring you up. So we're always ready, and we're always there for each other.
And Alyssa, in the 2011 season in the state semifinals, you guys beat Neshoba 2-1. Like I said, you're still in your freshman season. How hyped are you that you still have 3 more years after that, but in that season, how excited were you?
I was really excited. Scoring, and I scored in that game and then the Minnechaw game, and it was the best feeling I think I've ever had. I will never forget the picture that I have with Sarah Walczak, and I literally have 5 of them everywhere I can, and it was the best feeling I've ever had.
Yeah, to me, I think that's one of the greatest pictures in East Longmeadow athletics, with you holding up the one in Sarah Walczak's arms. Victoria, you're only a sophomore in the 2011 season. How hyped are you that you guys just beat Neshoba?
Yeah, I didn't play a lot in that game. And it was hard, you know, it was cold, but I didn't care at all, because I was just so happy that our team was playing their best, and we came out victorious, and I didn't care, and it was the most amazing feeling to be part of it.
We also went into that game knowing that they're ranked so high that, like, whatever the outcome was, it was going to be the outcome, and we had passed our goal of winning Western Mass, so we weren't going to be, like, awfully sad, but obviously we'd still be sad, and we proved ourselves wrong, I think, like, and everyone else who thought we wouldn't do well because they're ranked so high, and Danny White coming out with the strong goal right in, like, what was it, 5 seconds?
Yeah.
Something like that. It was something crazy, like, right away, and then
Within 30 seconds.
yeah, 30 seconds, and then us scoring the second one before the end of the first half, and then Neshoba coming in right away in the second half and scoring, and us holding them the rest of the game, and it was just such a good feeling.
We talked a lot about Alyssa Balboni's work ethic. How big is Danny White's work ethic on the soccer field and at practice?
She's a very different player than Alyssa. She has always been the player who could just show up at the field and would be the best. She's just so athletic. When she got in game mode, she had one goal, and that was get the ball at her feet and score. And that really helped us throughout the years. It was hard last year, the last game of the season, when we lost to Pittsfield when she tore her ACL. That was really tough, and it's been tough for her to come back from that, but I have faith in her, and we'll see how she does this year. So she's definitely a great player.
Alyssa, you talked about Neshoba being nationally ranked. What about PVD? We have to go there, even though you guys lost in the state finals. They were nationally ranked too. What were the thoughts going into that game?
I would say the same as Neshoba, but a little higher. Since we beat Neshoba, we thought it was going to be a good competition, and I mean, only losing 1-0 to us was pretty good because they were so highly ranked, and I don't even think we were ranked at all.
No.
So going into that, we had faith in ourselves, but I mean, the outcome wasn't what we thought.
We were just happy to be there. We knew they had some studs. Haley Dowd was going to BC, and I'd seen her play before, and she was just all over the field, an amazing player. And I think we were a little scared, but we were ready for it. And we played our hearts out, and we knew that was the end no matter what. We got as far as we could, and that was just a really great moment. Even though we lost, we were happy on the way home. And
we still sang
yeah.
the whole bus ride home.
Yep.
So that team chemistry is still there even after a loss. What was it like in the locker room right after the game, before the bus?
There were tears, but I mean, I think it was more so happy. Like, obviously it was sad to see the season end, but we were so thrilled with what we've accomplished that whole season. And Jenny and Andy too, like, they made sure we knew to keep our heads up. Like, we came so far, and I mean, I know they knew it wasn't the outcome we wanted, but we still worked hard till the last whistle blew.
All right, in this past season, in 2012, you guys started off 15-0. Well, you guys had one tie, 14-0 and one tie. Was there a lot of hype going into that? And were you guys cocky, or were you guys just excited? Was this going to be another run in your guys' mind at the time?
Well, at the beginning of the season, we thought, wow, we lost Balboni, Walczak. We had 5 captains, yeah. Liz Whitehofer, Becca Mercieri. We lost them all, and we were like, okay, maybe this might be a rebuilding year. We might not be as good, but we got into preseason and we just started connecting. And our defense was solid. Our offense was scoring and connecting, and it was just awesome. And we got this thought in our mind, like, wow, maybe we could go as far as last year, and that became our goal.
And I think losing Liz in the defense was a big hurt to us, kind of, just because she was also so talented in the defense. But then we had Brooke Breton take her spot in holding or center back, and Brooke did outstanding. So she moved from being outside back to center back in a matter of a season and did a fantastic job filling Liz's shoes.
You guys talk a lot about you guys losing players. Well, you guys had 4 players named to the All-State team. How much is credited to Jenny Maurer getting that team ready with all the losses?
I think everything's credited to Jenny. She's just an awesome coach. She brings out the best in us. She makes us play positions where maybe we hadn't played before, but she knows will work for the team. And I remember our midfield triangle, Alyssa stepped right in for Alyssa Balboni, and we play 2 attacking center mids and 1 defending, and she stepped in at the bottom of that triangle and really did amazing and held this team. And there was Julia Whitehofer and myself in front of her, and I think we really connected, and that we played it around us, pass it out to the forwards, we'd get in, they'd get a ball in, and we'd score. And we'd be able to get back on the defense too, and that's all Jenny's formation. She really brought that formation to this team, which is a 4-3-3, and she enforces us and enforces that formation and teaches that to all the newcomers every year. So I think everything is credit to Jenny.
And Alyssa, another early exit to Pittsfield last year. Is there a little bit of a rivalry between you two?
Yeah. We are not allowed to play them anymore because their coach feels as if they're not in a safe environment. Because we played them last season during the regular season, and we actually beat them. And that was probably like one of the greatest feelings for us during that season, because we had lost to them my freshman year during regular season, and then Victoria's freshman year in playoffs.
Yep.
So beating them for the first time in like 2 seasons was a great feeling for us. And it was such an aggressive game. Like Danielle White coming in clutch with the head ball off Ashley Horgan's corner, and we just went crazy. Like, we were going at it with the players, and not only the players, but the parents got involved, and were yelling at some of our players and kind of made them get upset, but everyone worked through it and we beat them. So there's a rival.
Yeah, that was regular season, and then so we came into playoffs thinking we beat them before, we know we can beat them again. We weren't, cocky, taking it for granted or resting on our laurels, but we definitely knew we were good enough. And we were good enough. Anyone could have won that game. And that game was just vicious. Their parents were going at our players. It was a crazy physical battle.
It was probably the most physical game we've played, and they waited until, 30 seconds left to give out a card on Julia Whitehofer, which got the scoring goal from Pittsfield,
Yeah.
which was upsetting for us because it was literally a back and forth pushing, fighting for the ball, like throughout all 80 minutes of the game and overtime.
Yeah.
So 80 minutes plus, and they waited until then to hand out a card.
And then Danny White obviously getting injured, I think was a result of how physically brutal the game was. It just got so out of hand, and when we lost, it was devastating. Even right now, it's hard to talk about.
Even right now, it's hard to talk about Peabody.
Pittsfield, but
that too. Yeah. But and not having Kristen Casey there, we didn't have Kristen.
Yeah, she was hurt.
She was hurt, which was sad because that was her senior year, and I feel like our team always wants to do it for the seniors. Like we look up to the seniors because they are all older and they all get us together. So I think we look to do winning and going far in our season for the seniors.
All right, you'd think the rival would be between East Longmeadow and Longmeadow, but it's between East Longmeadow and the Lady Generals. But coming up next, we're going to talk about the upcoming season after a quick word from our sponsors.
In the Studio is brought to you in part by The Pizza Shop, home of the legendary dough, Shaker Road in East Longmeadow. Also by Let's Yo, a yogurt experience, North Main Street, East Longmeadow. And you can follow LCAT Sports on Twitter with our handle at LCAT Sports.
Welcome back to In the Studio, everyone. I'm your host, Tom Cronin, and again, I'm joined by senior soccer player Victoria Dutille and junior varsity soccer player Alyssa Hyland. Guys, it's Coach Mauer's fourth year and a little rough start to the season. Can you explain how is it going, Victoria?
Yeah, it's tough, especially for me. I'm injured for the beginning part of the season. I tore a ligament in my foot, so I won't be back till probably the 17th of September. But and these first few games have been tough. Watching from the sidelines, we're used to winning, and we lost the first game to Belchertown 3-0, and then we lost the second game to Westfield 1-0. So, not gonna lie, I cried a little bit at each game. Not being able to go in there and help my teammates out has been tough.
How hard is it to be a captain and not be on the field?
Oh, you can't even imagine. I want to be out there with Alyssa in the midfield, and I want to help my teammates out as much as I can, and but I can't. And so the most I can do right now is just cheer them on, help them out, give them advice on the sideline, and stay positive. So that's what I'm trying to do.
Talked earlier in the show about how resilient this team can be when you guys are down. How much does that team bonding and chemistry need to come back to rebound from an 0-2 start?
I think we're getting there with team bonding. I mean, we have 10 seniors, we have 4 juniors, 6 sophomores, and 1 freshman, something like that, numbers like that. And I think we all just need we feel like a lot of new people, so we just all need to connect, and I think we're working on it. I mean, nothing is ever going to be like my freshman year, her sophomore year, my sophomore year, and her junior year. Like, you can't base seasons off of previous seasons, which I think most of us people who have been there since my freshman year, that's what we've been doing, and we need to start fresh, and that's what we're going to have to do this year.
I think every practice, every game, we're getting better, we're getting closer. From the Belchertown game, our first game, to the Westfield game, we improved vastly. And so I can't wait for tomorrow. We're playing Ludlow. I can't wait for that game to see how much we've improved since last game. It's amazing, actually, how much we are improving every single game. So I think this season is we're trying to build. We're trying to, like last season, the year before, we started here. And I think this year we're starting here, but we're going to get there. And the most important thing is that we're there come November.
Alyssa, what's going on with the offense since you guys haven't really scored a goal yet, and you're part of one of the big options the offense has to pass to?
I think it's a matter of getting to the ball we have an issue with. Like, I think Danielle White with her knee is a little more hesitant because of her surgery. Like, that's a big surgery, and she's come back strong so far, and I think she's just going to improve. And once she gets used to having the brace and playing, like, she'll come back to her old self and help us out. And you have Ashley Horgan, who brings it down to the corner and crosses it, but no one's ever there. So I feel like we need to get behind the ball and just pick our heads up and look to switch all the time.
Yeah, speaking of Danny, she's actually in the Super 7 for girls Western Mass Soccer. But Victoria, you're a senior this year. Any looks at colleges?
Yeah, I'm looking at Cornell and MIT and also the Coast Guard Academy. So we'll see how that plays out in the near future.
Do you expect to play soccer at any of the three?
Definitely. Either one, I would have to play soccer at.
And you're only a junior, Alyssa, but any looks or not yet?
Yeah, I've been looking. I want to go far away. I like
Far away from East Longmeadow?
Yeah. I mean, as much as I love the team, I mean, I wouldn't mind going far away. I like Richmond, Virginia, and I like some closer, so we'll see. I still have one more year.
Yeah, still have a lot of time.
I'm excited for that season.
So now with the final part of the show, Victoria, we're going to start with you. We're going to do some rapid fire questions. So are you ready?
Yeah.
First time? All right, let's go. So would you rather watch World Cup soccer or Olympic soccer?
World Cup soccer.
McDonald's or Burger King?
Burger King.
Favorite subject?
Math.
Math, wow. Favorite ice cream flavor?
Black raspberry chocolate chip.
All right, Twitter, Facebook, or Instagram?
Twitter.
Abby Wambach or Mia Hamm?
Mia Hamm.
All right, Alyssa, on to you. Cristiano Ronaldo or David Beckham?
Cristiano Ronaldo.
Dogs or cats?
Dogs.
Favorite holiday?
Christmas.
Favorite movie?
Remember the Titans.
That's one of mine, too. Favorite food?
Watermelon.
And if you could attend any sporting event, what would it be and why?
Ooh, that's a hard one. Probably a football game because there's the most fans there, and I just think it's fun being in the stands.
Once again, ladies, thank you for joining us here on In the Studio. That's going to do it for us for another edition of In the Studio. Just a reminder, you can catch In the Studio every Wednesday night at 7 o'clock here on LCATS Channel 5. I hope to join you next time.
Carrington with another throwdown. Ariel with a three. Yes! Ariel Ward knocks it down at the buzzer.
Shot on net. In for Alyssa